Hey, good morning. Christian Ward with Christian Ward Homes. I'm about to enter a home on Hawks on the southeast side of Ann Arbor, between Ann Arbor and Ypsilanti. I have an investor who is looking at this property as a potential purchase. They would purchase it, go in and do some renovations, flip it, and resell it for a profit. So this is one of the exciting things, is I actually get to go in and look at a house kind of raw and look at the possibilities for renovating it, and then sit down with my investors and develop a list of costs for potential renovations, and then decide what the offer price is. So I'm gonna go take a look at it right now. You're welcome to come along. I can show you some of the things that we look for. So right away you can see the entryway linoleum needs to be torn up and flooring put in. Same with this old beat up carpet and wallpaper. So that's an expense. There's old carpet here in the entryway, as well as some wood paneling that this purchaser would probably want to tear up. Again, so here's a little trick that I can do when I find carpeting in a home. I like to see what's beneath it, particularly wood floors. So here's a little something you can do to discover whether there are wood floors underneath. You just go to the nearest vent in the floor and pull out this thing right here, and then you can peel back the carpet and just see what's there. So let's take a look. So the bad news is that it's just subfloor. There's no wood flooring here. That means that it'll be more expensive put in wood floors. Take up this carpet. That's what wood floors are attractive right now, probably more attractive than carpeting. So that's another step in what's going to take an investment. So I'm in the kitchen right now, and the kitchen probably has good bones, but it's going to need, if not a full gut, a lot of work. So appliances, old, we have to estimate the value to replace them. Cabinets are older, with faces that are older, and pulls. Countertop is older. So we probably replace the countertop and the sink. Definitely replace this carpet. So here's a makeshift shelf. That baby comes out. Get some really attractive wood paneling along with a ramp. Carpeting, again, this carpet would need to be taken out. So there's a pretty much non-working fireplace. Basements are always fun too. This one looks a little bit sketchy. Behind me you can see the work of a contractor repair a major crack in the foundation using Kevlar strips and a ton of glue. This might spell trouble for someone, even though it was probably done properly and done well. It's an eyesore and will always lead to questions for a buyer. We'd have to investigate that. Similarly, right below me on the floor are a series of pretty substantial cracks, which alone wouldn't be a big issue, but they appear to be due to a different leveling of the floor, like it's bending over something. I'll show you here. Take a look at this. Can you see that? So there's a crack here that runs, and there's a little bit of a different level. Again, that could spell major trouble for an investor. Electrical panels are always fun too. And the light isn't good here, but the electrical panel is behind me. This is an older one, a push button style, along with an electrical panel, an additional one that I've never seen before. I have to ask an expert about what this one is. So the basement presents a few problems, just some things that would need to be clarified here. That crack is a big deal, I think. Like a lot of colonials, this one has a half bath off the foyer between the kitchen and the living room. It's another space that needs updating, so that's an additional investment. Like wallpaper? Not me. So sometimes homes that investors are looking at are a disaster. There's mold, there's structural defects. Other times, there's just really dirty carpet. This one looks like someone bled out. See what I mean? So windows are something else I like to look for and advise my buyers on. Sometimes when you have double pane sealed windows, which are highly efficient when they work, they break. The seals actually break. So the windows don't break per se, the glass doesn't break, but there are telltale signs of failures of the seal when is indicated. So windows are another aspect of a home that are important to look at for investors. And behind me, you can see one of the windows in the bedroom. When you have double pane windows, sometimes the seals will fail. As homes get old, the windows get old. The little seal that prevents moisture from getting in between the panes will loosen, fail in essence, and cause moisture to build up inside them. This one shows signs of it. I don't know if I can show you, but take a look at this. It's hard to show, but there's condensation on the inside of one of the windows, which means that window would have to be replaced. Again, an additional expense. I am not a fan of carpet in a bathroom. I don't care how warm it makes the floor, it's the wrong material for a bathroom in my view. It holds moisture and other things and smells musty. It's a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. It needs to be taken out. So here's another bedroom, and this one actually is the nicest of all of them. But again, the window has signs of moisture in it. I don't know if you can see. It doesn't translate well. Nevertheless, you can see that there's problem with broken seal. So I estimate that you'd have to replace almost all the windows on the upper floor. So that's my review of this home on Hawks. Haven't really walked around the outside, so we don't know about the roof. Furnace and water heater looked fine. That's good news. So that's a $4,500 rehab that the purchaser won't have to do. But I'm seeing a lot of other issues. In addition to the asking price, there would be a substantial investment just to bring it up. Not just decorating, but some things. So what we saw was windows upstairs, possibly windows on the main floor, carpeting and floors ripped out everywhere, wood paneling in the den, windows on the second floor, bathrooms. It's 1.5 baths. The bathroom upstairs has carpeting that all needs to be ripped out, new flooring put in, probably tile, new vanity. Plumbing looked okay, what I could see, but there could be some electrical issues. So in addition to a $200,000 asking price, I'd estimate that there are tens of thousands of dollars that an investor would have to put in this. So then it's a question of the math. Could they put in enough money to make the home attractive and then sell substantially above their investment to turn a profit? after all their costs, could they turn a profit? We'd have to look at the numbers and see, but the average selling price in this neighborhood is in the low to mid twos. So it might be difficult if they put $50,000 to $80,000 in this home. Then they'd be looking at an asking price of at least $3,000 if they could get it for asking price. So we'll see. But hey, nice talking to you. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me, Christian@ChristianWardHomes.com. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great day. So I'm outside the property on Hawks right now, just looking up. Roof looks pretty good. Looks like it might be about the middle of its life. Hard to say. I'd have an expert look at it. We'd also have the sewer line looked at to see whether there are any encroachments in the joints by this enormous tree. Yeah, isn't she a beauty? But below ground, she could spell trouble for an investor. Anyway, so that's my review. I'll be sending this video report to my potential buyer and see what they think. So again, thanks for joining me, everyone. Have a great day.